Before we begin our podcast, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're recording on. For Cass, it's the Borragagal people, and for Hailey, it's the Dharawal people.
Welcome
do you want me to start?
to the Christmas special. I started it and you ruined it. You ruined my enthusiasm.
Can you get a little bit more enthusiastic, please? Because that was just like, hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Christmas special. I love Christmas. My name's Hailey.
I think Christmas is okay. My name's Cass. And we have our very special co-host for this evening, the lovely, the divine, the de-dragged, as it turns out, Shazza Stone.
Hi. I'm a ho-ho-ho.
Oh, who's not related to Sharon Stone.
You're a ho-ho host. You're a ho-ho host.
That works too.
We're at the point where this is the final episode for this season. We can guarantee that we are coming back for season 2. We have already had conversations about things that we're going to do and new things that we're going to. God, that thing is ugly on my finger. Every time I talk, I can just see that scabby little crappy thing. Anyway, we're going to introduce new segments. We're going to be working on it over the Christmas period. And we're obviously going to have the lovely Shazza Stone on anytime that she wants to come on.
And also, hopefully, I will have more reveals. Yes, you thought that was all for Christmas? No, I'm an elf as well.
No. But I will say on the Christmas theme, right? My wife doesn't celebrate Christmas, but doesn't begrudge other people from celebrating it. I kind of turned on the charm a couple of months ago. And I said to her, can we actually get a Christmas tree and do Christmas presents and everything? And she went, yeah, why not? So we put our Christmas tree up this week with decorations and I wrapped presents. And she actually bought presents for me too, which is exciting. And we have a neon pink Christmas tree. And there's presents under it wrapped up. And we've got stuff hanging around everywhere as well. Like we went full. It looks like not only did Christmas throw up in our apartment, but so did a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
How was your week this week? Let's Shazza first.
Yes, let's do.
So my week's been very, I would say, like in Melbourne, we've had a bit of a strong pollen count recently. And as someone who is an asthmatic, I couldn't go out of the house yesterday because I literally went out and I was like, can't breathe. But other than that, it's actually been a pretty good week. It's just I've been actively avoiding the pollen count because it's sort of like as it's coming out of spring into summer, it's sort of like the worst time for any asthmatic in Melbourne because we're all just like, oh my God, what's going on? It's like we come into spring and it's awful. And we're like, okay, now we've gotten used to spring. And then on the way out, it's like, you thought you were ready? Well, fuck you. No, basically, it's like pollen.
Is that what happened to you when you lived in Melbourne, Cass?
Actually, it was.
Yeah.
So, yes, it did happen when I was living down in Melbourne, Hailey.
Oh, great. Tell me more.
No, I don't want to tell you anything.
So how was your week, Cass?
My week was okay. I went for a promotion yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Did you get it?
I won't find out until it'll be, I think, maybe the day of or the day after this episode comes out. I tell you what, you know how you go into an interview for a promotion or for whatever, and they go, if it's longer than 20 minutes, half an hour, something hasn't happened. Something's not right. You know, the interview went for 58 minutes. So I was like, and I was looking at the time because one of the managers was in the office with me and the other one was virtual. So of course, and they had it up on like the big screen and I was just watching the clock tick the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at it going, 40 minutes, 48 minutes, 50 minutes. And they're going, oh, we've still got a couple of more questions. I'm like, we're 45 minutes into it. You still got more questions? Like, what have I done? What have I done wrong? Well, there was about 15 questions. I was at one point, I felt like I was getting peppered with questions. And there was about 15 questions. And because this promotion would move me up into a leadership role, they just kind of went, well, we're going to ask everything. Also, didn't help that halfway through, one of the one who was on virtual, their dog was throwing up in the background. But I'm not going to hold that against them, because this is the nature of the beast now of working in virtual worlds and stuff. But they were like, oh, yeah, my dog just threw up. I'm like, that's fine. So let me just tell you more about me.
That's unfortunate. Let's move on.
Yeah. Is the dog okay? Do we have to take it to the vet? No, it's all good. Now let me tell you. Let me sell you more about me. So Hailey, can you please tell us how your week was?
Well, so I only had like 2 things really happen to me that I made note of. One was, and you've got this app, so you know what I'm talking about. You know the Be My Eyes app.
Yep.
So I've only ever gotten 3 phone calls. 1, I couldn't answer. 2, I think someone else answered it before me. And the 3rd one, I actually answered it. So for those of you who don't know, Be My Eyes is an app for blind people, and people volunteer to answer phone calls, and they'll bring up a video and they'll ask, oh, how much is this item? And they'll show you the video, and then you just tell them. So I actually got someone who was relatively grumpy, I feel. But you know what? If I was blind, I'd be grumpy too. So he had, but the video was really bad. Like, it was so fuzzy. So he's showing me, he's like, what's this? And he's like, he picks this thing up and he puts it in front of the camera, and it was a red little canister, I think. And I told him it was, but I think it was the Continental chicken stock.
Mm-hmm.
Like in those red canisters with the yellow label. And then he's like, okay, and then hangs up on me. And I was like, okay, have a great day. Thanks, bye. But it was a really bad connection. So
my one was lovely. Like, I got, because I've had about 4 or 5, and all of mine have been lovely. And because I always remember the first one, she was shopping in a supermarket, and she picked up some thread, and she wanted to know what color it was. I went, oh, it's black. And she went, thank you. Click. And that was it. Like, that's all you do.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
How long have we had the app for? About 3 years?
Like no, more than, I would say more than that. I was going 4 or 5.
Let's go with 5. Yeah. If anybody just wants to do it, like, all you do is you download the app, and it's literally B as in BE, My Eyes. And they'll call you, but I mean, we've had it like 4 or 5 years, and I've had like 4. So it's not like it's one of those things where you just the amount all the time.
Yeah, no, the amount of users is like 6 point. Oh, it could be 600,000, and then like say 4,000 people are actually blind. So it's like and plus, they might not know English, and you might not know any other language. So yeah, I've only got 3 calls in about 5 years, and yeah, so just download it, whatever.
Yeah,
just help someone out every now and again.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing, changing tune. My husband and I went to the shopping center. Yes, it's evil, but we had to finish off our Christmas shopping. And because my husband, like, as soon as he senses that there's a toilet around, he has to take a shit. Like, it's just, he's just one of those people. So I go, okay, you go do that. I'll continue shopping. So he comes back and he goes, something strange just happened. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. He's like, I went to the toilet and all the stalls were taken. So, which is strange for a men's bathroom, but anyway. And so he says there was like a little family section off to the side where there's 1 small toilet and 2 big toilets. And so there was someone in one of the big toilets. Anyway, so he sat down and he was doing his business, and he sees the shadow of the person that was next to him, who was listening to porn and having a good old wank time.
Ooh.
Like how? I
You-
don't have a
Can
penis.
you please list the shopping centre so none of us go to it, please?
Wollongong Shopping Centre.
Oh.
I don't understand that how you could just
What?
be that overwhelmed with your horniness to be like, yes, I'm going to go to a public toilet and just smash it out. Like I don't get it.
Wankagong? No.
I don't understand. Anyway, that was my week. Super exciting.
Oh, you
What-
also had call them out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Call them out.
So, Apple, you bunch of rip-off bastards. 3 months old my computer is, and my logic card died in the ass. And the guy's like, were you playing games on it? I'm like, yeah, it's a computer. He goes, well, you shouldn't play games on it. I'm like, fuck off. Like, what is that? What does that even mean? Like, I'm not allowed to play games on my computer?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. All I do on it is play games and edit our podcast, basically, is all I do on it.
That shouldn't have any effect on
So that broke on my first day of 5 days off, so I can't procrastinate on my computer anymore. So I've actually been doing housework, which is sad, but motivating.
What a waste of your
But
days
yes.
off.
I know. I don't think I have anything left because isn't it pancreas time?
It is pancreas time.
Ooh.
I went first last week. So the lovely Shazza Starring.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, me first.
What burst your
Yes, go.
pancreas this week?
Oh, okay. Well, here's one I've been saving up. Yeah.
I'm so cute.
I gotta get in closer. Let me say this very clearly. No, makeup brushes. I know that's a very weird, specific thing, but I have seen it more and more recently, and I really, really dislike it now that I know that it's a horrible thing. Wash them, cleanse them. For the love of God, please do it, because genuinely, it can kill you if you don't. I want to take that putting it the focus on it. Please, for the love of God, wash your makeup brushes, because
What's the best way to wash them?
yeah, it's good. Good question, Hailey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, actually, there's two things. If you want a quick cleanse, if you're using them again within the next probably 5 minutes, isopropyl alcohol, which you can get from places like Kryolan, chemical distributors, or even they've got a brand it's a green crocodile that you can buy from the chemist. It's
Okay.
a tiny little. Do you guys know the one I'm talking about? It's like a.
Is it
chemical...
isocol?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
You can get that. I don't recommend it personally because it's sort of it's diluted a little bit. I prefer getting the original version because it actually cleans and sanitizes. Because isopropyl is a antibacterial agent, which is used on cleaning. But it's what you can use on makeup brushes. But here's a little makeup artist tip: Sard soap, just a bar of Sard soap, and then you rub your brushes in a circular or straight motion, depending whether it's the rectangular ones, which are quite thick, or if it's a buffer brush, a powder brush, or a blending brush. The really thingy, flared ones. You gotta with those ones, with the ones that aren't as dense, you need to go in circular motions. But if they're really dense, you can actually go up and down on the Sard soap. And what it does is, if you've got, for example, white makeup brushes, which most people do, it's the standard. It will bleach it back to white, and also sanitize it, and it leaves it with a nice smell. So when you next use them, you're going to be like, But I mean, professionally, that's what we use. We use the Sard soap because it's a deep clean. It's also an antibacterial agent as well, which makes it most of the time Sard soap is eucalyptus. There's some places that have different varieties with original smelling, but eucalyptus is the most well-known one. It actually does a really quick job of cleaning your brushes, and I just really want to get it out there that sanitizing and cleaning your brushes is incredibly important, especially when it comes to your health, your well-being, and keeping your skin clean. I use my makeup brushes every day, and I'm just going to take off my glasses. I only really have acne around my hairline because of the oils from my hair, but I've made sure that I keep my brushes clean and that I moisturize because I have to use makeup every day. But for someone like, say a mum going down the shops, you know, putting a face on, they need to know that what they're putting on their face isn't going to break them out, which is the main and leading cause of acne in people out around our age, is makeup brushes, literally. Sorry, I know that I went on a tangent there. Anyway.
So, Cass, what burst your pancreas? Let me in here. Listening.
What? You know, I I haven't really had a lot to do with the public this week. I will say one thing though, because this happened when I went into the office the other day and I went to get lunch. Right? What burst my pancreas this week? Right? Australia fucking Post delivery drivers.
Oh, you and delivery drivers aren't having a great
Even
run, are they?
my dog's not happy with it. Because you can hear the dog in the background. Yeah. You know what it is? They're fucking liars. That's what they are.
Okay.
They're just liars. Since they subcontracted, they just hired, the companies have just got a bunch of liars. Don't tell me that you tried to deliver it and buzz me when I work from home most of the time. My wife works from home all of the time, and I work from home either 2 days a week or 3 days a week, depending on which of my 9-day fortnight I've got, right? And they're like, oh, we tried to deliver it because I send the email, but you weren't there. And it was like, well, yeah, I was here. So then I go downstairs to try and find the little fucking card. And you know what? There isn't a card. Why isn't there a card? Because they didn't attempt the delivery. I know I'm piggybacking on last week's episode with that fucking bullshit War Wars guy who held my food hostage, right? This one is holding shit hostage. However, I got the parcel and that's the important thing. But courier bloody couriers, right? I'm fucking sorted now, right? So we bought a new set because the knife set that we have now has got chips in it and stuff, and we've had it for about 10 years and we were like, fuck it, let's buy a new one. So we bought Damascus steel Japanese knife set, right? She's like, she bougie. We paid some money for it. It's like 8 or 9 knives in the set and everything. Now, it only has to come from Melbourne. Today, recording day, is Friday, right? I purchased it on Monday. I purchased something from South Australia that turned up the very next day. We had a big purchase week this week. My knives are still in Melbourne.
Do you want me to get them for you? I can get it.
Yeah, but
we had the same issue with the shirt.
But they feel, yes, that's right. But they feel that if they just put the little disclaimer when you do the tracking thing, if they just put the little disclaimer at the top going, oh, because of the weather, there's going to be some delays, like we're all supposed to go, oh, that's okay. It's not. It's not. Put my fucking shit onto a plane. Put my knives onto a plane and send them up here because they're pretty. It's a very pretty knife set. The problem was I didn't think it through and I'm too scared to actually go onto the website to order the knife block that needs to go with it because that may never turn up. I remember ordering something from Menulog. We ordered fish and chips about 3 years ago and we're still fucking waiting for them. It never turned up. The fish and chips never turned up. We're still waiting for it. And what makes it even funnier now is that fish and chip shop closed because of COVID. So I think we're never going to get them.
Because of COVID.
Right?
Quickly enough.
So, just don't lie. Just go, couldn't be bothered, I'll deliver it tomorrow.
Just if you can't deliver something, if you can't do something, don't just say, oh yeah, it's going to be there or I'll be there or whatever. Just literally say, sorry, I can't, or it won't be there when you expect it to. Just don't bullshit.
Don't give us the imaginary timeline. How about that? So, Hailey.
Yes.
What's happening with your pancreas, girl?
It's like semi irritated. So
Slightly inflamed.
It's just miffed.
It's just a little bit bothered. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. So I went to the gym. Yeah, I did. And I haven't been in such a long time because it's just schedules and trying to work it out. And plus my iron has been super low. So the fact of me doing anything strenuous, I'm like, ugh, no, thank you. But I got my iron infusion today. So I'm
I love getting an iron infusion. Honestly, it's the best thing. Because you're like,
yeah,
for a
so
couple of days.
I feel okay. I haven't had any like adverse effects yet, but apparently tomorrow I might feel a bit funky. But I have to go to the zoo tomorrow. Yeah. Whatever. So I went to the gym and I do Zumba and just get the cardio, just get my heart rate pumping. And there was this younger girls sort of behind me, and there's like this little like pole in the middle, and we put our drink bottles.
No, dancing on
anyway,
it.
She had
No, all right.
no. It's a loading beam, like it's
A bearing.
not,
It's
not
a
like a
bearing one,
pole. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I noticed in between songs, she's going over to her phone and texting, like every time. And I'm like, why? And this annoys me, especially in the gym. I'm like, just shut off for an hour. Like, just put your music on. Don't touch your fucking phone. It can't be that dire that you can't wait until after you work out. Like when I go to the gym and I don't realize it until I'm there. And if I'm doing a class, all I'm focused on is that class. And it's so nice because when I'm at home, I'm, either, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to go to work tomorrow night. Like my brain doesn't stop. But at the gym, all I'm thinking about is, holy fuck, how long am I supposed to hold this plank for? Because I'm probably going to drop very soon. And like, that's all I'm thinking about. And like, it just annoyed me because I'm like, it's only an hour. You're not going to, nothing's going to implode. Like, put the fucking phone down. Put it down. Brenda, put it fucking down.
That's why I like swimming. That's why I like doing my swimming when I go swimming, because you've got no choice. You have to go off the grid when you're in there. And I just like the whole, when I'm doing my laps, I'm like, what am I going to do today? What are we going to do this weekend? How am I going to tackle that problem when I get to work today or whatever? That's why I prefer swimming to going to the gym, because I can have that time. I mean, it doesn't help that the watch that I wear when I'm swimming, messages come up on my phone. And when I have that breather after about 6 or 7 laps, I look and I go, oh, nothing to worry about. But it's not like I'm going to jump out of the pool and go and answer the phone or anything. But I just like that. That's why I love the swimming, because you don't have to think about anything.
Like I just like people know, like if I'm not answering the phone, like I genuinely answer the phone pretty much all the time, unless it's like a spam call. And even then, sometimes I answer it just to be a dick. But like I'm just like, hi, who's this? You've called Colleen. No, I'm not even kidding. I do that often just to annoy people. But like they just hang up, and I'm like, I've done my job. If I don't answer my phone, I'm either asleep, eating, or sewing, or doing makeup.
I forget what my point was. The story. Anyway, put your fucking phone away. It's a fucking gym. Put it away. Stop filming yourself. No one cares about your reps or your fucking Insta followers. No one cares.
Hi guys, I'm just in the gym.
I love how this episode. I love how this episode in particular, now that when we're all trying to make our point, we've all decided that we're just going to get closer to the screen.
Yes, because I have that movement now, because I'm not stuck at a desk, because there is no desk in front of me.
Don't use your fucking phone at the gym, bitch.
Yeah. Fuck off, Brenda.
Brenda.
So Cass and I had to watch Christmas movies this week. She gave me Single All the Way. Basically, I'll just give a quick little synopsis. You know the story in the first 2 minutes. He's going to get with the best friend. They're gay, they're roommates, but they're platonic. But then he goes on dates with other men, and his family set him up, and he wants to move hometown. And his friend's like, no, don't do that. And then he's like, I love you. He's like, I love you too, but we can't be together. And then they finally get together in the end. That's it. That's all the stupid movie was. Jennifer Coolidge was funny. She had 2 quotes that were hilarious. She goes, oh, gay men love me. I don't know why.
Is that? And I was thinking that I was like, in my head, I was like, I know that movie, but I think it's literally just for Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah. She said something else, but I can't remember. Anyway, I give it like 2 toasts. I'm gonna give it 2 toasts. Like, I like Christmas movies. They're corny as shit. I like them. 2 toasts for Single All the Way. Take it away, Cass, with your Falling for Christmas.
Yes, you gave me the Netflix Christmas classic to end them all. Falling for Christmas, the new Lilo movie. Now, those who don't know me very well, young Shazza, Hailey knows this. I am a connoisseur of these cheesy movies.
Loves it. She loves it.
B, I will do marathons of like 4 or 5 in a row, right? And you will find that I will cry in every single one of them for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm so happy, even though I know it's a formulaic movie. I'm so happy they got together and it was Christmas.
I'm falling for Christmas.
So, right, I was already in. As soon as it's got Christmas in the title, except for those Santa Claus movies and stuff, if it's like a Hallmark movie or one of those romantic Christmas movies, I'm in. So Lilo is the daughter of a business magnate, a hotel person, and her boyfriend decide that they're going to go up on top of a mountain. He proposes to her. The other thing that we missed when we were talking about Christmas movies last episode, the one thing that we actually forgot to mention with these kind of movies is there's always a precocious fucking kid in them, right? The kid is too mature for their age. They're too wrapped up in their... When I was 8 or 9 years old, I can guarantee you if I tried to interfere with my mother's shit, she would have turned around and went, get the fuck out of here. You're just a kid, right? Don't tell me how to live my life and don't interfere in it like all parents would do, right? But no, these precocious little snots come in and go, I think it's about time that we got me a new mummy, even though the other mummy's only been dead for 2 years. But, you need love, Daddy. So, right. So, needless to say, there's a precocious kid in this. She decides that she's going to send a little bit of a wish up there because, the dude running the store is Santa Claus. And so he makes the miracle happen of the wish. So then what it does is it blows this snowstorm through whatever it is. Lilo's getting proposed to on top of a mountain. She gets blown off the mountain, hits her head, gets amnesia. In comes big lip dude from Glee, right? He was in Glee. So he's got the lip thing going on, right? The thing, and he's like, and there's also a throwback to the Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell movie Overboard, where it's like he goes, we can't afford anybody to look after our hotel. How about we take the chick with the amnesia and get her to be our bloody working slave and get her to make our beds and clean our toilets and shit so we don't have to worry about paying people.
But I love how they give her amnesia, but she's incapable of knowing how to make a bed. Like, they just forget basic tasks.
Her character's name is Sierra. So because she can't remember her name, the precocious little fuck child, right, says to her, what's your name going to be? And I think the kid picks Sarah. I can't remember.
Yeah, the kid does. The kid picks Sarah.
Picks Sarah. So close to Sierra. So then, of course, she brings... So the character before she has the amnesia is a bratty little, like, upstart, Lilo's character. So then she becomes this plain old ordinary, everything's all good in the world, la-di-da, I'm in love with the dude after 35 seconds of knowing him. And, I want to be mummy to this kid. If that was my fucking child or my stepchild, I can guarantee you, and I know I just said it, keep out of my life, kid. right? You don't know me and you don't own me. Don't tell me how I should live my life. Don't tell me that I should be with that dude or he should be with me or whatever it is. Go to school. Get an education. Sort your own shit out. Fucking.
I
Right?
love you.
So, thank you. So, right? So then what happens is they fall in love and the same thing always happens, right? They fall in love, but they can't be together because old mate who's got the kid, right? He's a man of honor and he can't come between Lilo and because everybody comes back, finds her, and she all of a sudden has a memory, but he's like, I can't get in the way. She's already with somebody else. Well, guess what? She was already be with somebody else. She was his bid because he was a big old gay. He was a big old gay. And that's not even me just being stereotypical. He was a gay because it happened in the movie. So then what happened was because, you know, everything needs, have you noticed that everything has a time frame? Like I have to, like in the romantic movies, I have to get to them before they get on the plane. Well, you know what, bitch, just get on the fucking plane and follow them. Right?
They have phones and stuff, so just give them a call.
Exactly. Send them a fucking text message. Send them a dick pic. Send them whatever it is. Go, this is for you. Like, you know. So she's like, well, he's gay and I didn't really want to be with him anyway. I want to be with old mate who's got no money and a precocious little dead shit of a child. I want to be with them. So she goes to look for them and he goes to look for her and everything. And they get together and they do a big smoochy. And then all of a sudden she's just happy to be this stepmother to this fucking child who I just wanted to bitch slap. Like, fuck off. Like, get out of, you are not a grown up. Don't interfere with grown up stuff. Dead wife's mother was also living with them and all of that. And she was an interfering old bitch too. And every time her acting was so bad. Like the grandmother's acting was really, really bad. However, having said that, it's a romantic Christmas movie and welcome back, Lilo. You actually did okay. I'm giving it because it's in my favorite genre of the bullshit Christmas romantic. Let's all be kumbaya and God bless Santa and God bless all the little children. Giving it 3 toasts.
Oh.
Doesn't deserve it, but okay.
No, because it's in my favorite genre, but it's not the spirit of Christmas, right?
No,
that needs to come back. We need to start a petition, get the spirit of Christmas back onto streaming services. I miss my man, Thomas Baudouin. I miss him. All I've got is pictures on the interweb to look at. I want to see my favorite movie that I see every year since I found it, The Spirit of Christmas, with the wonderful, beautiful, lovely, delicious. He's going to be my future ex-husband, Thomas Baudouin. I love him.
Yeah, Hallmark. Get it together.
It's not a Hallmark movie.
I don't know. I don't know any of the Christmas productions. What's the last Christmas movie you've watched,
Shazza?
God. You're gonna hate me. For the last probably like half a decade, I haven't been super Christmassy. Only because, you know, I've just been establishing my life in Melbourne. But the last Christmas movie I watched was, but like it was more of a rewatch. Like I'd seen it before when I was a kid, but then I watched it and I was like, God, this is as camp as I remember it. The Grinch, you know, the one with.
Oh my God, I love The Grinch.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. It's a good thing you were on this week, Shazza, because I Hailey knows this. I bought VI poop.
Thank you.
I don't think you told me that.
I did. I bought it. Like, remember how I put it in my cart on the episode?
Oh,
right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. It got delivered. Fuck, that stuff's good.
I know, right?
Yeah, if only I had it in Tassie.
I don't like to spray it at home because I like to punish my husband.
Yeah. I have two. I always have two. One at home. Well, actually, technically three because we've got two toilets here. But so I've got two at home and then one in the car. That is not for like any other reason like than taking it with me when I exit the car, because I like your husband. If I see a toilet, I need a shit. So, but it's also like I think it's my stomach just has that moment of like you got to do it now because you've got to be somewhere in half an hour. So I'm just like, okay, well, sorry, the public toilet smell, it gets to me anyway, like especially men's toilets.
Mine's more about the visual sound effects that come out that I get. Yeah, I get subconscious, like conscious about. Luckily, the toilets at work that we have at the depot, like there's a really loud exhaust fan near one of the toilets. So I always go into that toilet because the other day I was having trouble pooping. I actually had to take pooping medicine, but oh my God, that was the best shit I've ever done once I unplugged it. Anyway, sorry, too much information. Next.
Canada versus the world. Can I just start off by saying that Brooklyn out of drag with that fucking mullet.
I know.
Really not digging it.
No. Not at all.
I miss when Brooklyn was really weird shit. You know, like she'd go on like on the stage and she'd be like, "And may the best woman win." You know, like I miss that because it was some weird shit, but it made it very unique for me to watch.
Yeah.
My friends met.
Win. I'm like.
My friends met Brooklyn recently. Like she did a show out here or
Yeah, she was
something.
in
and they did the meet and greet, and he said that she was super boring. Like, and you know what? You know, they're probably tired, and it's probably, you know, the 20th meet and greet or 30th or whatever. But like, yeah, he was like really disappointed meeting her, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sad because you get really like starstruck, and you're like even Detox, who had that long ass line at Drag Expo,
that
like was dancing
into.
with me. Yeah, that we barged into because we're VIPs, booch. And yeah, she was like dancing with me, and like it wasn't like a rush thing. And yeah, she was great.
Remember, she got me to grab her nipple. Grab my hand, shove it down her top. She goes, because of something I said, she goes, "Oh my God, you made my nipples hard." And then like grab my hand and put it down her top for me to feel it. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. And like, yeah, no, but you know what? With Brooklyn, a prettier girl is one of the loneliest creatures on the planet. Right? So
I know, I feel
she
it
probably
every day.
doesn't have, well, I was going to say that's why I have lots of friends. Right? And married. But some people are just bored. But is it boring or shy? You need to be able
shy.
to do. Yeah.
Because I have met Brooklyn before, like when she came around a few while ago before Canada started. She is a very friendly person, but I think like it's only once you get to sort of like under that barrier of like
oh, look, I get it. Like meeting people is, you know, not my forte. And maybe it's just not hers.
Well, you don't have to. The thing is, like, you can be as long as you're interacting positively with your fans. That's really the only thing that people expect you to do. And she, to be fair, like she didn't not interact positively. She was probably just a bit like, you know. And I get that because I mean I've been in that same position myself. Like, but I still, for me personally, I have to go, hi, you know, because I have to do it because it's just. I don't feel like Shazza otherwise if I'm not like in that character mode. I know that sounds funny because like I am a very flamboyant person generally, but as Shazza, I just have that little bit more, like that wall between me and me, so to speak. You know, because like Shazza's up here going.
But I think also the thing is that when as a fan, right? If I'm buying a meet and greet, or I'm doing a meet and greet or whatever it is, I don't necessarily need, it's lovely when they are fantastic because it just makes the experience so much more. But when you're a fan and you buy the meet and greet, you want to meet them and get the photo taken with them. She's servicing. She's doing the service. She's standing there with the arm around or whatever she's doing, you're having the smile, giving the person the meet and greet experience. It's not meet, greet, and let's become best friends experience.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like it is it sounds horrible to say, But at the end of the day, this is a business and it's an industry. And if you're paying for a meet and greet, you get a bit of a conversation, you get a photo with them, and that's what you're paying for. That's the celebrity experience generally. Like if you get, I was going to say Taylor Swift, but she doesn't do meet and greets. She just selects people at random. But just say you're meeting Katy Perry for a meet and greet. She'd be like, hi, let's get a photo done. But yeah, that's just about like you just can't really expect that too much from people, honestly.
And people are just
so
shy.
Going back to the first episode and the whole cast, I still find Silky Nutmeg Ganache so fucking annoying.
Oh my God. Why do they keep doing this to what did we do wrong? What did the world do wrong for them to just keep slapping us in the face with Silky Nutmeg Ganache? What did we do wrong? We didn't hurt anybody?
I'm sort of on the fence with Silky. Like, I like her as a person and I find her funny, but I think sometimes it can get into the field of annoying, like quite a bit. But it's just sort of like, I know people like Silky who have got a very big personality, and it's sort of something you either have to adapt to or don't, and it's sort of like,
no,
a lot of people.
I don't want to adapt. I want her off.
Yeah.
Get her off.
I'm so glad Anita's seen it though. Not to ruin it for people that haven't seen it. But.
No, I love Anita Wiglet, and here is the reason why. The personality and the smile and everything, I'm just like, that's rainbow wiggle.
I just love that no matter
it.
what she's saying, even when she was having a moment, she was still smiling.
Yeah.
Like
she's such a beautiful personality. Love her.
Yeah, incredible person. And like she's so kind. Like that's the thing. Like all people think her personality is a little manufactured, but it's not.
I don't.
That's just
I would never.
No,
I
don't
never.
think so
You can't manufacture that.
No, it's
you can't
as well.
Yeah.
Like she has that personality that's like, I've considered everything I've said, and I'm saying everything with a conviction behind it, because it's not just being like, "Hi." It's like she's actually meaning every part of it, and I respect that immensely about her as a queen in general.
The Snatch game in the second episode, super excited. I was like, yes, like this has never happened before where it's episode 2. I'm so excited.
And then we watched it knowing
really
yeah. It was like, no.
There was only like 2 that were okay.
Yeah.
Really, like in the entire thing. It was just like the rest of it was like, but to be fair, the reading challenge was pretty rough as well. And the only one that really won it was Anita. Like it was the whole thing.
That wasn't even reading challenge. That wasn't like it was a reading challenge in name only. What they did was nothing.
Yeah. Like it wasn't a reading challenge, it was like they were just reading a book. Like it just felt like literally none of it was a read. And if it was a read, it was really mean. Yeah. Like it was
and because and because Anita Wiglet got like 1 laugh, she won. That's what it came down to. As long as somebody chortled, you were going to win that. But whatever. And then she just, Anita, what were you doing with Adele?
I have no idea.
I call it the Minnie Cooper effect. Yeah. Like I love Minnie as a person, and like I can't not say that. Like she's a brilliant person, but like the Ellen and the Adele was rough. It was rough, and it was like the thing is like I think the thing is I was talking with Patrick about this, my partner. He quite literally said, if you go after a big celebrity, you're not going to have much to work with. If you go for someone a bit more obscure and a bit more room to sort of work with, you can generally get a better character. Like the best example would be like, while she's not obscure, she is dead, Judy Garland, and Jinx's Judy Garland. Like, she's been dead forever.
Don't be jealous.
Oh, my boogie. Is that my camera? Is that my camera? there's only a minimal point of reference. That's why you've got the obscure thing, and you can kind of work it and twist it and manipulate it. Whereas there are heaps of interviews with Adele, and there are heaps of, and Ellen had her own friggin' show, for crying out loud, or whatever it is. And you're right.
Anyone that's done Britney, the only person I will ever accept doing a major celebrity impersonation is Chad Michaels.
Although Ginger's Adele was pretty good.
Yeah, but it was like.
But she played Adele out of singing, because Adele out of singing is like the most bogan person in England.
Yeah, she's the best.
She's got this Cockney accent, and she played into that, which is what Anita Wiglet should have done. But Anita Wiglet should have gone the complete opposite. She should have had someone that never smiled. She should have just impersonated someone that never smiled. Yeah. And then she's constantly smiling and happy.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it would have been hilarious if she flipped and made them a happy person. Like, I don't know, you probably couldn't do it for political reasons, but like Vladimir Putin, like, I think that would have been funny. But he'd probably kill America or something.
Maybe, but you know, who was it who did the North Korean leader? Kim
Jong-un, Kimchi, yeah.
Yeah, Kimchi, yeah. But like, she nailed that. And the thing is, it's funny because it's like, Kimchi is South Korean. So it's sort of like, it's a sort of like a giggle, but also political sort of like message.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can go to jail for that if she goes back.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm watching I just watched season 3, season 2, and season 4. And obviously season 4 is the season that Raja won. And in that season, the amount of racist, transphobic, and fatphobic comments, like, Raja dresses up as a native Indian. She's fucking Indonesian. Manila Luzon impersonates every Asian character she possibly can. It's so, and like, you couldn't get away with that this day. I love Raja, but not in that season.
The queens have also learned from that experience as well.
100%. Yeah, like, I look, and we talked about this contextually. It wasn't seen that bad.
The internet wasn't that big. Yeah.
No.
But nowadays, definitely, and we're a bit more aware of it. We should have been aware of it then, and that's something that we, like, as not just as a nation, as people who are white, generally speaking, or like native, like, not Australians and Americans and white Americans and white Australians. We probably needed to be a bit more aware of it, but we weren't. But like, the thing is, we're aware of it now, and that's the important part, and not to actually have that happen again, which is why you'll see in the newer seasons, they don't have that sort of, like, you know, race themed or, you know, anything that forces that sort of like, you've got to get in geisha. You know, you've got to do all that. She can't.
Well, like I said, in episode 2, when Victoria Scone addressed the fishy comment, which I knew that, you know, it's about the vagina because, you know, whatever. But I have a vagina, so I don't really care. Like, whatever. But I can see how people can get offended by it. I guess it's, you know, their prerogative.
I got 2 vaginas and we don't care.
No, I don't really care either, but that's because my vagina doesn't smell like a fish. So,
but I think
maybe people
very it's more like, it's seen as more of a transphobic sort of thing in the community now, more than anything, because saying, you know, she looks fishy is like, she's passable. And that's where she was getting at with it. And I understand that it's a UK, and it's more prevalent in the Melbourne scene than the Sydney scene. But we are very inclusive here of terms and like the way we approach things. And I think that's an important thing, because we're taking that from, you know, other countries like the US and the UK. The US still does use fishy as a term of, you know, she's passable as a woman, but sort of like when they were doing, you know, now she already had hers, but they used to have, you know, you got him, you know, and like that. Looking back now, was like, but like that's what fishy is to people right now, and I do agree with the use of it as per like the community in drag. Whether people use that in their personal lives is their business. But I think in the scenes of drag, because we've got so many diverse performers now, as well as, you know, like diverse drag. And I think using the word fishy is a bit outdated anyway, in regards to the use of drag, because we're all presenting differently. You know, like my friend Ego, who does the clown, like beauty drag. Like that's the best way I could describe it, clown beauty. But it's beautiful, it's strange, and it's interesting to look at. But then I've got a friend, Belial Bazaar. They paint themselves like a bird and a squid and all of this stuff. And it's a beautiful artistry, but they are a non-binary artist, to my knowledge. I'd have to check into that properly. But, you know, like I see their work and I see all walks of life doing drag now. And it's incredibly endearing to see. Like, especially like starting when I started 4 years ago, like it was so different. When I started drag, it was still quite an uninclusive environment. You know, it was either you're a glamour drag queen or you're nothing. But I think that's the overbearing drag scene in general. But I also do appreciate all the different walks of drag at this point. And with that comes adaptation in your language, you know, to include everyone. You know, you say drag artist, not drag queen, or, you know, especially if you're talking to an artist who is a drag king or a drag artist, just in the zone of either or. It's sort of like we're adapting our pronouns, so to speak, in regards to, and especially within our community, it's very important to make sure you're at the awareness level that you need to be for it, because you're going to get judged by people that are like, she says fishy. But as long as you're changing and adapting and making the effort, I believe that you shouldn't be criticized for accidentally using a word or not knowing better.
Knowledge is power.
I get very passionate about these things, if you can't tell. I just go.
We get passionate about things too, just different things.
Yeah, fuck you, Brenda. You fucking Jim.
Brenda.
I think that's the name of this episode. Fuck you, Brenda.
Fuck you, Brenda. Fucking
put your fucking phone away.
Put your phone down. Put your fucking phone down at the gym. Fucking.
I will say though, you know, one thing that surprised me: Victoria Scone singing. It was good. Like it wasn't just Drag Race, you know, like editing.
She gives me Adele vibes.
Yes, but it was like she hit the octaves and the changes and everything, and it was like, I'm sorry, what? You can do the splits and this? I'm like, well, I'm just going to quit drag right now, thank you. Yeah, but like when she sang, it was like,
do you sing?
Oh God, no, not well. Just for you on the piano. Oh, my booty. I've always wanted to do a really bluesy number on a piano. Like it's my dream. I just want to like sit on there, but it's not bluesy. It's like really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's just sitting with me going like, boobs. Literally.
Ginger's at the Oxford every Friday from 9 p.m. We have Maxi Shield and Jackie Hyde in the Fatty and Skinny show. Also at Ginger's at the Oxford every Saturday from 9 p.m. The Triple Ds with Maxi Shield, Coco Jumbo and Jackie Hyde. This weekend they're actually Maxi and Vanity are doing their Silver Jubilee this weekend, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And for World Pride, the Taronga Zoo are having a drag gala on March 2nd, 2023 with confirmed queens from Rupaul's Drag Race Down Under seasons 1 and 2. So far, we have Karen from Finance, Kidamine, my girl, Spanky Jackson, Coco Jumbo, Electroshock, Anaconda, Molly Poppins, plus Carla from Bankstown, Hollywood Star, and Space Horse. Ladies and gentlemen, please support Hero Huggers by Rennie. Because I personally have 5 of them, the pillowcases, different one. I have bought a couple of presents. Hailey has got 4. Is it 4?
4, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Please get in while you can for Christmas. So please, everybody, get onto Hero Huggers by Rennie. Top quality, top notch. If you want to sleep with a celebrity, buy the Hero Huggers. Plain and simple. Yeah. So we want to. Oh, we have it. Oh! Good news! Good news! Good news! Are you ready for this?
Yes.
We have 25 subscribers on YouTube.
I mean, at least someone wants to watch
We
us.
finally broke the 24 subscribers and got our 25th.
And that was because I went to a work friend. Hey, do you have YouTube?
Can you do
Yeah,
it?
subscribe.
Sign up.
Yeah.
Well, I can
I'm
subscribe,
gonna
please. Do it.
I'm gonna corner some more people at work too. I'll be like, you don't have to watch or listen, but just subscribe.
I'm a
Thanks.
YouTuber. Watch what I do.
Yeah.
Cass, you have a whole team that you could make subscribe to you.
Yeah, right? You'd think I'd be more pushy,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, be fucking pushy.
So don't forget.
If they ask you to do something, go be like, no, until you subscribe, then I'll do something for you.
I'm going to start doing that.
You want me to sign
So,
up?
so don't forget to hit like and subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on the Instagram at Drag Me Out Official. At Drag Me Out Official, if you are an up and coming drag queen and you want to spruik yourself, get yourself out there, get people listening to you, hearing who you are and what you're about, please, by all means, hit me or Hailey up. My grandma's or Shazza. So we can organize to get you on so people can find out who you are, because if you are a drag artist, a drag performer, a drag queen, a drag king, a drag whatever it is, we love you just for being you. And we
Just
would
to
also,
drag in general.
yeah, and here I am just dragging out the finish.
Right.
Well, it's called Drag Me Out.
Mhm. And we want to thank especially our very special co-host who we love having on the show, and we just love and adore you, Shazza. We really do. And from those of us who do celebrate Christmas, I want to say, for those of us who do celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody. For those who do not because of their religious beliefs, happy holiday season, happy Kwanzaa, happy December, happy going into January, and have a very safe and Merry Christmas to everybody. And we will see you all next season. And Hailey, do you have anything to say?
I just want to say, if you're finding it a bit tough this Christmas, holidays can be super tough on people. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are plenty of hotlines. I'll leave some drop downs in the comment, what is it called? In the comments. Is that what's called? Links? Yep. Description. I'll leave them there. There's especially men's health sheds that really focus on just men's mental health, because they're the leading statistics in taking their own life, because they think that there's no help, but there is plenty of help out there. Even contact us. We can chat.
Yeah, we'll be your family.
We like to chat.
Hailey can attest to the fact that I love a good chat. I love a good chat. I'll chat.
Seriously.
I'll chat your fucking ear off. Like,
seriously, shut the fuck up. So yeah,
all right.
So if you need, on a serious note, if you do need help, please reach out. We can give you resources for that. But other than that, happy holidays, happy new year, because we won't see you until the new year. And hopefully when I get my computer back, I can edit this episode and it'll be out before Christmas. That would be nice.
Right.
And all the best, and everybody stay safe for 2023.
Oh God.
It's the last year of my 40s next year. Shazza, is there anything that you would like to say?
It was a really good experience to talk with you guys, to introduce myself to the world and talk about subjects that really do matter. Where we hit the serious and we hit the funny. I hope you all enjoyed it. Cass, Hailey, the public.
And all 25 of them.
Yeah, well,
Or
we
25
don't
of
know
them.
that. That's more viewers. We don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's the subscribers on the YouTubes. I mean, we're on the streaming. What are we on again? Apple,
all the streaming
Spotify,
sites.
or Heart Radio, all of them.
iHeart, Listener,
Yeah.
all
However
of them.
however many listeners that we've got, but we just want to say from us to you, please have a safe Christmas, a safe New Year, and we will see you all next year. And we love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Mwah!
Bye.
All right. Bye. Yeah, how do I
Bye. Bye.
see ya?
Bye. Talk
Bye. Thanks,
soon.
Shazza.